Welcome back to the Fallout New Vegas Perfect Playthrough. In this episode, we're going to be taking on Lonesome Road. So let's get started. The coordinates you received lead you to this canyon filled with storm-tossed wreckage. Beyond lies the divide. If you're prepared, then continue on into the storms of the divide. History awaits. And we will walk the Lonesome Road. Lonesome Road is an excellent DLC, in my opinion. I think it's really, really fun. It has tons of great weapons, tons of great gear, tons of cool lore, and great voice acting. And Lonesome Road is... and I like to keep the episodes positive. I kept Dead Money super positive. But Lonesome Road, I think, suffers from the fact that there's just like a meme about Ulysses, like a lot. I think in terms of people's opinions on it. And we'll get into that as we explore. First I want to show off the divide. You can see its storms tearing through. So many references and allusions to this throughout the DLCs. I really like how that's built up. And let's enter the Hopeville Ballistic Defense Station. But yeah, people have some problems with Lonesome Road, and I will refute those, hopefully early on in this episode, and then we will just, enjoy the DLC. And this console controls access to the silo itself, but is encrypted beyond our ability to hack. So we gotta find something that'll hack it. The first and biggest detraction is kind of weird. It's Ulysses. Pick up this art folder. Is he has an awesome voice actor that goes on about all the factions in the Mojave and this great dialogue. It's super fun and interesting. There's tons of skill checks. At the end, you can't even just speech check them. You need to pick like the right answers. It's like super awesome, and it's like the peak of New Vegas. And then somebody dropped a meme that was like, all Ulysses says is bear bull, bear bull. And I think people just believe that. Sort of like the prequel memes in Star Wars make people think that the prequels are good movies when they're just terrible movies. And so people's discourse on Lonesome Road is terrible. Ulysses just drones on and on about bear bull, but it's like, I fucking hate you. I just hate anyone who thinks that. It's like, it's a funny meme, and I found a good one of those memes, but it's almost like I feel bad using the meme, because it's just ruined people's opinion of this DLC, and I just cannot believe that people listen to Ulysses' excellent voice acting, going on about the factions in the Mojave, and decide that they don't like it. Like, you've played all of New Vegas, and you get to this whole climactic finish with great dialogue, just laying everything bare, and you don't like it? Crazy. Anyway, let's unlock this prototype bot pod and get to one of the best parts of Lonesome Road. And that best part of Lonesome Road is that this is an EDE DLC. He will be our companion throughout. The best companion in the base game becomes the best DLC.
Ralphie! Fly far, fly fast!
What was that sound you played? Some kind of memory glitch? And I love the confused beeping. No, it wasn't your boot up sequence. It was a recording. Something about someone called Ralphie. Yeah, you get some fantastic beeping. Probably just some old data floating around in your memory. Nothing to worry about. And I don't think I'll have to read that half of the conversation. Like with Christine in Deadman. I think I could use your help getting out of here. Can you come with me?
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
And that's a recording from your development. Are you saying that you can override electronic security? Only panels with a dish-shaped receiver? The console in the main room had one of those, I think. Was that the voice of your creator? What happened to him? And maybe you'll see him again someday. I'm sure he's fine wherever he is. Alright, let's keep moving. And now we got EDE with us, and he can hack into these commissaries and turn them loose. And another, I guess you could say, detraction on Lonesome Road is that it gives the courier a backstory. But I don't know. I disagree with. And you can see you got a repair skill. And the commissary's terminal sells a bunch of good stuff, like the faction neutral riot gear and the expensive mods that we'll have to purchase. Maybe we'll bring a gold bar. But I don't think it does, because your backstory is that you're a courier for the Mojave Express. And all this says is you made some deliveries to the Divide. I don't see how that gets in the way of anyone's backstory. I really, really don't. All the backstories involve you being a courier. Doing one more courier job, or a few more courier jobs even, is not this huge restriction onto that backstory. Hell, your name is Courier 6, for God's sake. So I disagree with that. Criticism. And then the other criticism is that it's too linear. I don't really mind that either. Doesn't bother me. DLC doesn't seem as linear as I think people make it out to be, considering all the different ways you could take on the combat. And this toolbox here is your first H&H Tools nail gun. I wonder how that would gel with the Mr. Houseboat H&H Tools nail gun. But yeah, there's so many different ways to take on the combat and explore. And also, here's our first destroyed iBot. And we'll have to get all 5. And did I get the Ralphie poster? I better have. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. And now we can talk to Edie. And I can say, that's an impressive multi-tool suite you got. Bet I can make all sorts of stuff with that. And is that an Armco portable reloading bench built into you? That'll be handy. And that will be handy. We're hand loading. We hand load ammo in this house. And, unfortunately, you need to go into the menu quite a few different times. Quite a few different times to do it, so it's not really the best reloading bench. Also kind of makes Veronica useless as a companion, because that's her perk down the drain. But I don't know, Veronica's too aggressive with her melee weapons anyway to really like her as a companion. At least combat-wise. Obviously not story-wise.
Dr. Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, Whitley, there you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm too...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here, I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here!
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
Sounds like Dr. Whitley really cared about you. Ralphie who? You're still not making sense, Edie. Dr. Grant sounds like a war crime waiting to happen. Wow. You kiss your mother with that mouth? The way you can understand Eddie is just so funny to me. You don't have to tell me I would have beat the crap out of her. And that's a terrible story, Edie, but we should get moving. I think we can disable security here. Wow, look at that. I feel like I've been on a roll with these terminals. Yeah, the linearity doesn't bother me because it's linear in a sense. And you're going down the Lonesome Road in one direction. But I feel like within the areas, there's just so many different approaches you can take that, I don't know, it doesn't bother me. I think a lot of people would just look for things to complain about. And especially with New Vegas, the game that a lot of people praise so much is people want to be contrarian. So they'll say, oh, Ulysses just goes on about the bear and the bull. And they'll go, oh, it's just linear. You're just walking down the road, and ignore the fact that they got a fantastic DLC as we search these marked men who have NCR money on them. Interesting. Related to the NCR. We will have to investigate further. And we can repair this terminal. And Lonesome Road is some tough combat, but we're a tough build, you know. So I anticipate a challenge, but I also anticipate us being able to overcome that challenge. But anyway, there you go. Those are my 3 main criticisms that I see about Lonesome Road. I think they're all hogwash, baloney, bullshit. And there's the general outfit, pretty sweet, gets you plus 10 speech. Only other plus 10 speech gear in the game is the Naughty Nightwear from Mick and Ralph's. And yeah, I'm not really needing much of this loot, but I just have to check it because of the compulsion. But anyway, yeah, there was my rebuttal to all the complaints about Lonesome Road. And I don't think we need to get into it. As I said in the Come Fly With Me episode, if you don't like it, I don't know how you like the game. And now we've heard it, and now we will move on and do nothing but enjoy. And there you go. EDE unlocking the mainframe. A little overweight to start, which is not great. I want to keep all this stuff. Oh, why did I use a weapon repair kit? I wanted to use a whiskey. Yeah, we got plenty of those from the ceiling. There we go. Turret's helping us out. Makes that fight pretty easy. Oh, did we really just take a whiskey? I'm so stupid. Oh, okay. We need to pass an intelligence check. We'll give Eddie all this stuff for now, but eventually we'll have to take it all back. And so yeah, now we're ready for the Lonesome Road. I love it. This is just sort of a preamble area, so I figured it was a good time to discuss the controversies of Lonesome Road. And none of them had Legion money, but I planned on making a comment on how they have NCR and Legion money. Now we're going to need to wait for that whiskey to wear off. Which takes a while. Wow, this takes a while. Dude, how long is this whiskey lasting? This was such a blunder. There it is. Wow. Logan's loophole, man. Alright, we need a Alright. Now this is a very important save. Especially for the perfect playthrough. As we're going to do some good old-fashioned farming coming up for the only Nuka-Cola Quantum in the entire game. But before we do that, let's have a nice conversation.
There's your signal. Faint, but there. Just like NCR. Voice without fire, without strength. Sick. Heard tales of you walking the Mojave, giving the two-headed bear strength. giving hollow men like Kimball, like Crocker, half the life Hanlon had. Now, let's test that strength, that conviction, Courier.
And this is Ulysses' dialogue, and it obviously depends on which factions you support. And we support the NCR, so we'll be hearing a lot about that. And you have a lot of hate for NCR. That kind of hate isn't new in the Mojave.
No, not new. And not new among all those in the shadow of the bear. You know their flag. A bear with two heads. Symbols an old world one. Had one head then. Better off for it. Their flag speaks to their spirit. They're split like any two-headed animal, trying to go in different directions, ending up nowhere. In a Mojave, that'll only get you sand between your fingers, or over your grave.
Maybe you better tell me who you are, and what you want.
I'm a courier. Courier 6 was Courier 6. Like you, and not like you. In all the ways that matter. Spent too many years looking for you. Now letting you come to me. Thought carrying that ship would end you. No. You got lives in you. Hard to kill. Storms, bullets, sand and wind. Yet still you walk. For now.
And let's recall the conversation we had with Johnson Nash back in Prim. All those episodes ago. We've never spoken before. I'd remember your voice.
Words are the only way couriers meet. Sometimes it's the paths we walk. But no, we've never spoken before now. You may not know my voice, but we've walked the same places. The long 15 to Prim. That wasn't the only road you ever walked. I've been to your home, the place you kept returning to. May not be the place you were born, was the place you gave life to. Same thing. People forget couriers can keep communities alive until the day they're gone and their breath catches in their throat.
So you're the one who sent the radio message. Ulysses.
Not my given name. Close enough. Took it from history. Found it in a book. It's an old world name. Ulysses lived a long time ago. Long before the old world set fire to itself. He made a mark without being myth. Had to fight during a time when his world had two flags, and he had to make them one.
Ulysses, but not the myth. You're honoring history, not stories.
History, yes. Ulysses walked a hard road. A general, like Caesar and Oliver. He was brown and stubborn, gave him strength on the battlefield. He led his side to victory, turned two flags into one. That's when he lost. When the fighting was done, the sickness took hold. Lesson there, if history's to be believed, one you should heed.
And you brought me here to talk. If you wanted to kill me, you'd have waited until I came for the chip.
No, I couldn't. And I'm thinking you can't kill me either. If you did, you'd answer for it, just as I would. Let the land do the killing for you. That's one of the things you taught me. Killing is personal. Those vows, promises, last bit's more important to me than the first.
Wait, so you swore not to kill me? Why?
What kind of world would this be if Courier killed Courier? You've got enough distance ahead of you. Save your breath for the road. Don't waste it on words.
And you chose Ulysses because of the two flags reference. Is that tied to the war in the Mojave?
War. Call it that. Our part in it. Ulysses wasn't made for the flag he followed. He wasn't made for peace. That's the lesson. If you follow a symbol to the end, ask yourself what that means. More important, ask what happens after the end.
And, forget your name. Back to the job you refused.
All right, Courier. If the why of it matters to you.
So you were supposed to carry the chip?
Meant to? No. Never. Your burden. Weigh you down long enough to let death catch up to you. But you survived. There was death in that package. And while the chip is important to old world ghosts, no. You are more dangerous than that chip ever could be. Maybe why you found each other. Little piece of the old world speaking to you, waiting for you to wake something else up with it.
So you refused to deliver the chip. What? To set me up to die?
We all have death following us. Only a question of how close. You dodged it. For a time. You're good at that. Talent for it. With that chip weighing you down, a burden. Lets death move a little faster without me pulling the trigger.
If you wanted me dead, why did you wait?
Promises to keep to others. And the Mojave's dangerous enough left to the land. The land has its way. If I wanted you dead, we would have met sooner. Not sure that's the way this ends. Might be that history needs to have its say. If not, then messages will do.
How are you speaking through EDE?
The robot with you. All of them are machines, radios, old world tech reshaped with new hands, historians, couriers carrying messages. Seen them as I've walked the divide, tending other machines. That one, sealed inside the Hopeville silo. Sign America is waking up. It will follow you, obey you, carry it until we are face to face. Then there'll be no more need for it to carry my words.
What is this place?
The divide. This place is a slice of it. Old military. Can still smell the pride and the fear. Hope of the old world, wrapped in fencing, covered in storm. Got new inhabitants now, other than ghosts. More recent. Recruits.
And the area looks like it was hit with earthquakes or underground detonations.
America sleeps in the divide. Giants beneath the earth. You saw one locked in the silo beneath you. There's more. Only takes a few of them, locked below ground, to tear apart the earth and cast dust, sand, ash into the skies above. You'll see the extent, the miles of it, soon enough. You need to see it. Walk it. For now, eyes alert. Watch the streets below. There's still life in the divide. Threats, other than the storms and wind. New inhabitants.
Inhabitants? Doesn't look like anyone's alive down there.
These new inhabitants, not natives, most of them, came with duty, purpose, ready to kill each other. The divide was stronger. Left marks on them too. Not bear, not bull. No, radiations mark them, made them equal in history's eyes. As vicious as the storms are, these shadows of Legion, of NCR, silhouettes of things to come.
And, those bodies in the silo were NCR soldiers, some special forces.
Might have been. Once. To the divide they came. In the divide, they rest. If you saw their corpses, you saw mercy, got what they deserved, coming to the divide. The bear and bull, NCR Legion, came in waves, before and after, right into the invisible fires, the wind, ground, collapsing beneath them. Once under different flags, now they are equal in their hatred of the trespassers, you and I.
I've never seen corpses mutilated like that.
Even as the fires here burned them from within, the winds of the divide tore their skin, exposed them, screaming to the sky. And just as the divide tears at them, so they tear at each other, for sport, like some tribal scarification. Falling back to their history, maybe. No matter what they suffer, the radiation, fire of the divide sustains them, makes them stronger.
And radiation may keep them alive in areas so physically punishing, it would kill others, even ghouls.
There's truth in your words. In what I've seen of their tactics, movements, recovery, those wounds, they couldn't live otherwise. The divide winds have torn the skin from many of them. Maybe the radiation is the only thing keeping them walking. They camp near silos, warheads. No way to cleanse the radiation. Makes them hard to kill there. Have to draw them out.
And, enough talking. You went through a lot of trouble to lure me here, so let's get on with this.
America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you.
If we share history, then before going forward, I want to know the past.
Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have. Nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it. Any laws of mine, I have already cast away in the divide. They're lost to you. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville. Use it to keep moving and keep alive.
And, fine, I'll find this trigger. Then I'll come find you.
The divide will send its worst against you. It may break you. We'll see if you're stronger. Road gets rougher from here. Courier left marks for you. Colors will tell the way if you're smart. They'll lead you to your home one more time. Lead to the ending of it. Maybe remind you why you wander.
Oh, there we go. That was some great dialogue from Ulysses. I can't believe some people reduce it to the bare bowl. just because of a meme, which is it's admittedly a very funny meme. Still. And now the reason we saved is because this crate here has like a 10% chance of having a Nuka-Cola quantum in it. And so we have to load again before the Hopeville missile silo and speed through Ulysses' dialogue. Make sure to get that perception check.
There's your signal.
And yeah, you gotta get the perception check because there you go. And I like getting all the other checks because, you know, we got them. And this is a perfect playthrough. I like going through the dialogue, even if we're just, you know, doing this, grabbing all the checks. And who are you who do not know your history? You'll have to go back and watch the Old World Blues episodes again to recall that quote. Or perhaps it was alluded to but not said. Exactly what phrase Ulysses used to wake the think tank up out of their stupor. But that is the phrase. You also have to go back to our Old World Blues episode to remember Ulysses' mark and his color code. Old World flags, red, blue, and white, and what they mean. As you'll notice those same markings throughout Old World Blues. Just another way the DLCs are tied together. I thought we had the quantum that time. But it was just an empty Nuka-Cola bottle. You also have to save before going out into the silo, because that's when the loot is generated.
There's your signal.
And you actually don't need to pass the perception check to uncover the past references to Courier 6, even if you don't have the perception for it. You'll still get the challenge progress just through listening to that dialogue. But we do have the perception for it, so. It's irrelevant. And I think this is 10% chance, so in theory it shouldn't take us that long to get this Nuka-Cola quantum. For regular playthrough, perhaps, you don't need to, but for a perfect playthrough.
There's your signal.
And depending on how long this takes, I think the ending of this episode is going to be where we get the detonator. And the next episode will be exploring Hopeville. One of the things I like about Ulysses' dialogue here is you find out that he's not talking about Ulysses or Odysseus, but he's talking about U.S. Grant. Ulysses S. Grant. Which I think was an interesting subversion of expectations. Because he's so affiliated with the Legion that you think he'd be named after a Legion
There's your signal.
Fun history fact about Ulysses S. Grant. The S in his middle name does not stand for anything. It's just S. Gave it up at S. His parents couldn't think through the whole name. Just S. And, oh, here's another one. So Ulysses' dialogue is dependent on your reputation. But a lot of people come into this DLC with a high NCR reputation, even if they're doing a house or independent playthrough.
There's your signal.
The key to getting the house dialogue is to wear Brotherhood of Steel armor. Or other faction armor might be able to work as well, but I just know that the Brotherhood of Steel armor does. But basically, anything that reduces your reputation with the NCR, because the Brotherhood of Steel faction bad rep with the NCR, but doesn't reduce your strip reputation. And that will give you the Mr. House related dialogue. And then if you want the independent dialogue, unfortunately you have to have neutral in or less in NCR, Legion, and Strip thing, which is difficult to do,
There's your
even with the independent ending. I don't think there's any faction armor that can really resolve that one. But if you come in and play this at level 1, you'll get it. When you don't have any reputation. And that way you don't hear as much about the bear and the bull either. You'll hear about old world ghosts, or how you refuse to wear a flag on your back. Ah, here we go. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Boom. Ha 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 ha. See? You get that sweet, sweet satisfaction of having Nuka-Cola Quantum. Exciting. That's like the only farm in this game. Reminds me of Border. But anyway, another Ralphie poster. And there's tons of loot in here. And let's see, we're at 45 minutes. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time to go get this detonator. But this is a tough area. But we're a pretty tough build. And let's see if I can see it from a distance. Yes, I can. Okay. And I think at the ends of episodes I might have to go back to the Mojave just to keep supplied. It's sort of implied that you can do this heavily throughout the DLC. It's always like, Courier, you can go home. And plus I try to keep the inventory management out of the episodes. Also got the MREs. Stands for meal ready to eat. you didn't know. And I think there's another Ralphie poster or something. But next episode will be the exploring of Hopeville, so I can brush up on all my poster locations. Tons of rockets on there. Oh shit. Explore. Oh, one more. He's moving too much. We're gonna move on. And this one's blue, so keep that in mind. And stay back, still putting in work. Like I did, just like shoot us in the face. And we'll have no problem keeping our top tier weapons in good repair. And there's a few things in here that I will locate and hopefully do a good job remembering. Ah, yes. Another iBot upgrade. He can now manufacture things. And let's see. I think if I drink this absinthe. Oh, no, wait, nope. We'll have to do that later. Okay. I left Mobius's glasses in the Mojave. So we'll have to get that skill check later. But you can make explosives. And I think there's something useful in here. Do I remember what it is? Ah, yes, the armory access codes. There is something good. That'll save us some time. And now let's talk to EDE about his upgrade. If you switch to the 3/8 wrench and the smaller drill, these weapon repairs will be easier. Interesting. And if you drop the power output by 2.24, you'll be able to make more energy ammo with no quality loss. Huh. And if you strip out the plasma relays on those energy cells, you can make flamer fuel. And we'll get that check, don't worry. And yeah, we got plenty of stuff from the marked men. The thin red paste and blood sausage from our Them's Good Eatin' perk, which gives us a lot of powerful healing. That was very useful in Dead Money, if long-time viewers will recall. And I think there's a commissary in here, too. Yes, there is. ED has some excited beeping about it. And there's an auto dock. So they give you the tools. And still a lot of the same stuff as the commissary in inside the silo. And here's this guy we exploded. Did I get stuck on this? Okay. Almost got stuck. Ruined our sneaking. That's okay. Oh shit, okay. That guy's... We're fine, we're fine. Yeah, the divide's a little tough, but we'll persevere. Drop an incoming shot. It helps with the sniping too, as I can just zoom in and aim on that guy. And I don't want to blow him up because he's got the red glare. Well, we blew him up anyway. And there it is, flying off into the distance. Well, we can still pick that up. The red glare is the unique weapon, and we're going to need to spend like 45,000 caps on all of its various upgrades. And before we head up there, I think there's a... oh, another arc welder. I think there's a poster around here. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? I know what the poster around here. Where the poster around here is. It's over here. Dead. Tons of good explosives if you're an explosives build. And we'll follow those arrows. And here's another red glare. In case the first one disappears. And the laser detonator, which can detonate the nuclear warheads scattered across the Lonesome Road. And if you're good with glitches, it can fire like infinite mini nukes. That's a good glitch to look up. And now that we picked it up... Oh shit, did we just like hit ourselves? That was a mess. We're actually going to take another implant GRX. And hopefully easily snipe these guys. But oh man, we're throwing a lot of explosives. And we are thirsty. That guy. And don't need to be all that accurate with an anti-materiel rifle. And these guys, a lot of them carry the Blade of the West, which is the counterpoint to Leggett Lanus's Blade of the East. So we survived this ambush. Just barely. It was kind of a tough one. And now, oh, look at that. That's a weird glitch with the antenna too. Anyway, and here's the first warhead. And I'm actually going to hotkey the laser detonator. We'll be getting all 30. And there is our way out. But we will explore Hopeville fully next time. If you want to check out the playthrough, it's on YouTube under the same name, Wall414. As we are at the very end in Lonesome Road, so there's a lot of content out there. And I look forward to next episode where we will be exploring all of Hopeville and possibly the tunnels beyond, and making our way through the Lonesome Road. So I'll see you there.